Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. As I stated in my last video, I'm going to be throwing out hauls for you guys. You guys wanted the hauls, so I'm going to give you the hauls. And it goes several months back. So this second group, because I did my first hauls, I uploaded that just the other day. So this is going to be Rosegirls. So with my last video, I didn't separate it. It was a collective haul. With this video, I'm going to separate it. Well, with Rosegirls, I'm going to separate based off of when I bought it. One, because it's just way too much. I've been going ham with Rosegirls wax melts as far as ordering is concerned. And two, there were separate themes, and I want to really make sure I separate them right now so that I can show it to you so that I can reference my videos later just in case I want to know something. Anyway, so Rosegirls wax melts is owned and the blends are created by Jenny Oaks. What else? She's located in Wisconsin. So I'm sure I didn't say that right. But what else? Jenny Oaks is like, I'll probably forever buy from Rosegirls, and I would like to make this disclaimer that in the past, I think there was an empties video I did actually at the beginning of the year where I said that Rosegirls is a little bit more on the expensive side, which I still do agree with that. But when I got these Mario melters, I was expecting them to be $10 for some reason. So maybe I have my pricing off, because I feel like if you cut these in half, you actually really get a lot of bang for your buck. But it is still, I would say that it is still a teensy bit more expensive than other vendors. And when I say that, it's very like, compare it to getting gas at one place that's $1.69, but then up the street it's $1.79. You get what I'm saying? Like, do I want to get this Valero gas, or do I want to go and get this Shell gas? And that's no shade on Valero or Shell, because I get all gas because I used to work. Anyway, I know that a lot of that gas is really the same. Anyway, so yeah, so I do want to take back what I said. Like, for example, these are going to be a little bit more expensive than her mini melters. Her mini melters are $7.50 a bag. These Mario melters are $8 a bag. Her chunk bags are $11 for 8 ounces, but it does always go a little bit over, which is kind of like a trend when it comes to these wax vendors and stuff like that. They always go a little under. They try. I think the idea behind that is they don't want to go less, because people will complain. So it goes a little over what they say it's going to be, which is 8 ounces, which is pretty typical. 9 ounces is pretty typical for other vendors, and they'll probably charge the same $10.50 to $11 or whatever. Anyway, but Rosegirls wax melts, owned by Jenny Oaks. I just feel like the blends are so simple, but they do so well. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and start. This is a sample that I got. It's Manic Mario Madness. I haven't melted any of these, have I? Yes, I did melt one. I'll tell you which one I melted that I love. But this is Macintosh Madness, Blueberry Muffin, and Vanilla Ice Cream. So this one smells really good. It's really heavy on the Macintosh apple. If you're not a big red apple, Macintosh apple person, you may not like this, but you will get a lot of that blueberry muffin in there as well. When I did not purchase this one because I figured that blueberry muffin and apple in my head didn't go together. But now that I have smelled this, would I get more of this? I have to melt it, because I think I'm over apple, and that this is probably not the right time for me to say when I'm gonna repurchase if it has apple in it, because I have been melting apple and cider lane scents like crazy. Anyway, we're going to start with the scents that I have purchased before. And let's start with this big chunk pie. So the chunk pie, which I love. I love that she's really the only person that does chunk pies. And she actually had a pre-order for these Mario melters maybe a month ago or something like that. So I put in for that order. I put in an order for those Mario melters also. But I kind of branched out to new scents, and hopefully I find some new scents that way when she releases the ready to ship. If I'm wanting to order at that time, I have a good idea of what I like. But If you remember one of my hauls, I had hauled some chunk muffins of Star Beans Cafe. Well, this is espresso, vanilla bean. Why am I guessing? It's on the back. Oh, it looks like it had a hole in it. Espresso, vanilla crunch donuts, and vanilla bean Noel. So that seems very simple, and this seems to be the kind of the norm when it comes to Rosegirls blends. It seems very simple. Vanilla crunch donuts, vanilla bean Noel, which is just like this random blender in espresso. It's like, how do you make that amazing? But somehow Jenny Oaks makes it happen, and it's amazing. The scent of this has got to be the most authentic coffee scent. It basically smells like the coffee that I make for myself every morning. And it's her espresso has this hint of cinnamon. I want to say it's the espresso that has the hint of cinnamon, like a sweet cinnamon sugar, or it could be the vanilla crunch donuts. I don't know, but this thing is quite amazing. And I haven't cut this up yet because, and I will probably after, well, because of this video, I haven't cut it up yet. But I will go ahead and cut it up because I actually just recently used my last of what I had of this. So we'll start melting this. And with Rosegirls, Rosegirls has my favorite, hold on, I won't say my favorite. I want to say Rosegirls wax melts and rainbow melts will probably be my top coffee vendors. I'm thinking like whenever they release coffee blends, 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna love it, because there is a very popular scent in rainbow melts that I really dislike, but I don't think I've ever had a coffee scent from Rosegirls that I dislike, so she may be number one. So she might have won that. Anyway, but Rosegirls, her coffee, her espresso and absolute coffee has got to be the best coffee in the world when she blends it with stuff. I have never had them alone, like by themselves. So I don't know how it is by itself. But when she blends it with stuff, oh my gosh. So this is something I've also, is a repurchase for me. It's Boo Spooky Castle. And this is blueberry, vanilla crunch donuts, and Munster cookies. Again, kind of simple. Munster cookies is a blend. I just don't know what the blend is. Munster cookies. What is it? Maybe sugar cookie royale and another type of cookie? I'm guessing. Let me not. But Boo Spooky Castle. I really love this scent because, first of all, I love blueberry. I really do love blueberry scents. As I like that bakery blueberry. Not blueberry fruity. Like if it's like blueberry with a bunch of other fruit. I don't think I like those types of scents. Because sometimes I could do like blueberry and lemonade. Like in the summertime, I could get scents like that. But very rarely do I get that. There was a very popular scent that people were raving about from Better Homes and Gardens. Blueberry lemonade donut or something like that. And I was not a fan. Anyway, so Blueberry Spooky Castle. That blueberry from the Blueberry cereal. Because if you don't know what blueberry is just a blueberry flavored cereal. But mixed with that, the cakiness of the donut and the Munster cookies, like the bakery, it's quite amazing. I like it for morning time for the most part, but I think it could even be a all year round scent. This is Grandma Got Run Over by a Chain Chomp. This is all these are going to be referencing Mario type things. I think Rosegirls is the only vendor that does Mario themed anything, and I love it. I don't play video games or anything like that, but I used to, and I love the references. Like, I get all of the references. So this is blackberry jam butter cookies, cotton candy frosting, and waffle cone. So this is really good. It's really heavy on that blueberry jam butter cookies. Waffle cone is always just, it's very light, and it's hard to get out of blends, but I do get a little bit of that cotton candy frosting. But I will say that this is really heavy on the blackberry jam butter cookies. I really love that one. Again, that's another one that I have had before. Another one I've had before is Game Over. I say it like that because it's the song by a guy named Little Flip. Anyway. And it has like the Mario sounds in the background. Anyway, maybe that might be a Texas thing. If you're not from Texas and if you're not into rap music, then you probably wouldn't get that. But Game Over. This is a blend of hurricane daiquiri, raspberry sauce, vanilla ice cream, strawberry jam, and satsuma. I love this scent, especially for the summertime. I don't see any vendors with like daiquiri type scents. And like when you smell it, it's like it just reminds you of like a delicious cocktail or something. I really am a huge fan of Jenny's or Rosegirls raspberry sauce. I think it might be a little bit polarizing. I think people either love it or hate it, but I really, really, really love her raspberry sauce. I have had raspberry from a multitude of vendors, and it never is as juicy and as tart as this raspberry sauce that Jenny Oaks has. And it just kind of goes really, really good with that daiquiri, because with daiquiris, it's kind of like this tropical, not Hawaiian punch, but it's just like, it's less sweet than like a Hawaiian punch type of scent. And that vanilla ice cream just kind of creams it out, kind of like how a creamsicle smells with that strawberry jam and that satsuma. It just smells so good. It just reminds me of a hot summer day, and it just, I don't know, it's really good. This one is another one that's really good. It's actually quite similar to Game Over, but it has lemon in it. So this is Koopa Troopa Assault. And this is raspberry sauce pomegranate. And it's probably similar to Game Over because of that raspberry sauce. But it's raspberry sauce, pomegranate, sweet lemon confection, and marshmallow smoothie. The main note that I get out of this is lemon. It's something, this is a scent that I probably would melt after dinner. Around company, because it's not a cleaner lemon. It's like a very sweet, juicy, tasty, like gourmand type of lemon. Like, when I shouldn't say gourmand because then you think bakery, but it's very sweet. It reminds me of a drink as well, and that raspberry sauce comes out really, really well. And I'm not always a fan of pomegranate, but it smells really, really good in this one. The marshmallow smoothie is probably going to be at the tail end of this scent, but it is so, so good. So all 5 of those I've had before. They're tried, they're true. I've melted them. I already know what they are working with. So let's go into some of these newer ones. So I haven't melted this one yet, but gosh, this is good. This is Bob on Blast. And the scent description of this one is blackberry, campfire, marshmallow, vanilla bean oil, and glazed donuts. So this one has a little bit of a sparkly on it, as you can see. This one smells really good. The blackberry is quite juicy, but it goes so well with that campfire marshmallow. Just quite amazing. Like, you know, with blackberries, they sometimes can come out very floral, or they can come off quite perfumey, but this one is very authentic. I wouldn't call it a jam. It's very juicy. It's almost like how a tart blackberry juice would taste. I've never had blackberry juice, but I would imagine that's how it tastes. But that is quite an amazing scent. That campfire marshmallow just shows itself in such a unique way. I don't really get that much of a bakery, and the vanilla bean oil, we all know that that's like a blender. This is Delicate Daisy. This one is a blend of Bombshell, which is a Victoria's Secret type, and cotton candy frosting. So this one basically smells like Bombshell. It's very pretty, but I don't know what tones it down, because from what I remember with Bombshell, maybe, I guess the cotton candy frosting kind of tones it down. With Bombshell, it's not, if you're into perfumes, it's not going to be just this elegant, amazing perfume. It's kind of like that, how do I explain it? I would even say that it could come off very, like something that you would put in your hair, but I think the only reason why I'm thinking that it reminds me of like a hair product or something like that is because anytime, I haven't smelled Bombshell in like forever, and the times that I did smell it was being in camp and like people getting ready in a community bathroom, and you smell all these body sprays going everywhere, you know, as kids. So like that's kind of how I relate it. So, but it is really good. I don't know if I would necessarily get a backup of that, but I like it for what it is. It's nice, pretty. I would do that in the bedroom. I would probably leave the Delicate Daisy to the room. Waluigi's Wondrous Birthday Cake. This is wild berry mousse, blackberry jam butter cookies, and birthday cake. This is a scent where you get all three of them. And this is what I mean by like the wax for some certain vendors has a specific scent to it that kind of helps push the blend, because when you look at those three blends, you're like, oh, that's a simple blend, because there are only three blends in there. You wouldn't think it would be so complex, but it's blended beautifully. You get the wild berry mousse, you get the blackberry jam butter cookies, and you get the birthday cake. It's so beautiful. I love it. So that's Waluigi's birthday cake. I actually am going to start melting a lot of these. Bodacious Bowser. This probably is my least favorite one, and it's because this one has green apple in it, and I'm just not a big fan of green apple, period. So this is Dunk My Donut, which is a mixture of donuts, maybe like a jelly donut and maybe a cup of cake and maybe some glazed donuts. I don't know. I'm making stuff up right at this point. But it has a little hint of cinnamon. I know that Dunk My Donut, it has a little hint of cinnamon in it. So maybe it's the Vanilla Crunch Donuts. I don't know. Munster Cookie, which, again, I don't know what that is either. Waffle Cone, and a surprising twist of green apple. And they say that right at the end, surprising twist of green apple. But that green apple is right there, head first. What you doing? Like, you open the bag, what's up? Like, that's the green apple. Like, hey, I'm here. You see me? They tried to put me at the back of the list, but listen, I'm right here in the front. So that's basically what I smell, is the green apple and a slight bakery, but that green apple is just there, and it's tart, and it's bright, and it's loud, and it's proud, okay? So that's why that's probably my least favorite, but it's good. I'm going to melt it. And when I think of green apple, I think more so like October, and that's gone, here and gone. So Berto's Magical Cupcake Land. This is raspberry sauce, strawberry jam, and birthday cake. Again, that raspberry sauce, I believe that's in this scent. Yeah. The raspberry sauce really shows itself. You really get a lot of that birthday cake. The strawberry jam is there because I can tell that the raspberry sauce is a little different from when I was with the Game Over and the Koopa Troopa Assault. It's a little bit of a different type of, the fruitiness of it is changed, and the tartness of it has changed. So that's going to be Berto's Magical Cupcake Land. That's probably my second least favorite. This next one is Dr. Mario. I got this one because of my allergies. Sometimes I just need this type of scent. This is going to be Sinus Relief, which is soothing, clean blend of mint, eucalyptus, camphor, musk, lavender, and I think that's chamomile, and that's mixed with lavender chamomile. So in Texas, Texas can't decide if it wants to be hot or cold or what. Like, so my allergies are always on 10, and so sometimes I can't breathe at night, and I need these types of scents. If not even to melt, because I feel like with these types of scents, you put it in there and you get that huge blast of eucalyptus at first. And again, I haven't melted this one, but a lot of times when you get these eucalyptus and sinus relief type of scents, you get that big, huge blast of the scent at first, but then it mellows itself out, and it doesn't really assist how it would assist. A lot of times I like to grab this bag and just sniff it, like a Vicks or something like that. So, and last but not least, as you can see, this one is not as full. This one is not as full is because I am obsessed with this scent. This is probably halfway gone, and I did go ahead and order a loaf of this scent, as well as the loaf of its, I guess, sister scent or whatever, which is the same thing without the coffee in it. But Koopa Claus needs a latte. It is so freaking good. If you like if you like bakery, and if you like espresso and coffee blends, you are going to love this. So I was really on the edge of this. I was not on the edge. What am I saying? I was really on the fence about this because of the Gilligan's Brew. And anytime I've had Rosegirls Gilligan's Brew, like coconut is not, I won't even put it on Rosegirls. Coconut is just one of those hit or miss type of scents. You saw in my last haul, there was this coconut donut scent that just smelled like coconut shavings, and it just it's just you know, like it's not my go-to type of scent. It's one of those scents I kind of stray away from. So I was really skeptical about this. So I don't necessarily get the coconut, but I think that the coconut in Gilligan's Roux kind of gets with this zucchini and sugar cookies and does this little tango, and it just turns into amazingness. I love this blend. It's the slightest bit of saltiness from the zucchini donuts, almost like a, what do you like? It's so hard to explain because it doesn't necessarily smell the way that the scent notes, what the scent notes are giving you. You get the zucchini bread, but it's just like, there's this hint of cinnamon sugar in there for sure. Definitely for sure. It almost smells like popcorn. I actually am, there's a lot of scents that have zucchini bread that give me the saltiness of popcorn or kettle corn or something like that. And it's almost like popcorn and coffee, but it works. It smells so good. Anyway, that is my Rosegirls Mario Melters haul from August. Like I said before, I'm ordered from the recent Mario Melters, so that should be out by December. So it's a completely different lineup than this one, so I'll definitely show you guys. But just stay tuned for the second part of my Rosegirls haul, which is going to be, I think, the fall scents. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon.